Women are delusional because the thirst is real. You got guys out here willing to do anything, say anything, all because they get that attraction, that fatal attraction. They want to instantly make a move and, boost their ego up and make the girl feel some type of way about them. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, not throwing salt in anybody's game, but some ways you gotta handle yourself and feel pride that you did something the right way. Sometimes you gotta just look yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, I did it, I did my thing, I didn't embarrass myself, I didn't throw salt on anybody else's game by making me feel this type of way. So, you got women in their ways, and we understand how their ways are. They want to be wine and dine. They want to be treated nicely. We all want to do that. We want to cater to them. So I guess you got to figure out what's your best way of doing that and approaching them the right way to go about handling that. So you also got relationships when you guys are arguing and you find yourself, arguing for no reason. Figure out what the problem is. Figure out why you guys are arguing. How can I make this better? What's the solution? Come to a resolve. And whether you guys gotta meet halfway, that's the best thing to do when you guys are arguing. Most of the time is just to find the middle ground and just come to understanding with one another. Once you do that, arguments out the window. Can't fight the truth. Once one person know the truth, that's pretty much the end of it. Now you just gotta figure out how you're gonna make it better with that truth being out there. If you lied at first and she found out that you were lying, admit to it and just be like, okay, I did it to help cover up something. I didn't want to blatantly, tell you the truth off rip because I figured it was gonna hurt you, so I said something to sugarcoat it. We all had that moment, so just be real with them. They understand that. They're human beings. Don't be afraid of them. They're just like us. It's just that we want mostly what they have. So, when you speak facts, it kills everything. And they know that too. Girls, ladies, females, they all want to know facts. You can't just tell them BS and think they're gonna go with it. They're smart. They can look up just like you can look up stuff on your phone. How do you look at a man? When you look at a man, even for a guy, when you see a guy who comes through the club with a suit and tie, what do you think about that person? You may think highly of him just because he's in a suit and tie. That's probably the same mindset that a female thinks about a guy. So the way you view a man can't be the same way a woman view a man, but sometimes you're looking at different perspectives also. So how you look at a man can mean a lot because that's how you kind of portray yourself too. You sometimes find yourself comparing yourself to another man. You don't really want to do that. When you compare yourself to another man, that's when stuff goes out the window because you don't live that type of life that they live and they don't live the type of lifestyle that you live. So there should be no reason for you to be comparing yourself to another man to make yourself feel or look another way to get this girl. There's plenty of girls out there. If she doesn't like you for who you are, then go find somebody else. Having fun comes with a price. Girls always want to have fun. Yeah, sometimes they tell you they're not ready to settle down, they're not ready to be with a guy right now, and they just want to live their life, they want to have fun. Let them have fun. But understand that having fun comes with a price. You don't want to be having fun and like 30 years old, 31, 32 years old, still trying to be having fun. And next thing you know, you're 40, 50, still trying to figure out why you're not married, settle down with a family. Having fun can sometimes lead to skipping over a good man. You gotta realize that also. Women not submitting can be the worst in a relationship because submitting is not always a bad thing. It can also be a good thing. When I say submit, I kind of mean if you're in a relationship with a female and you guys living together, submitting means kind of like playing your role. The guy is supposed to be the breadwinner, supposed to be out there getting the grind, hustling, working, bring home the bacon, bring home the bread. The woman's taking care of the family, the kids, the house, making sure everything's together, cooking, whatever. But it doesn't have to always be a female cooking, cleaning, guy working. You know, it could be vice versa, because a girl could be the breadwinner too. And there's nothing wrong with a girl being the breadwinner, because there's models out there, actresses out there making way more money than guys working. So nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home dad. Look at Bernie Mac. That man was a stay-at-home dad doing God knows what. You know, comedy shows and staying at home watching the kids when he was home. You know, so wife was a lawyer at the time. Y'all seen the Bernie Mac show. There's plenty of thoughts out here. There's so much. I mean, it's crazy. You got thoughts from left to right. It's crazy nowadays. And you know what they want to do. They just want to have fun. They don't even want to settle down. They don't want to be in a relationship. They just want to jump from man to man and be all out in there. You know, that's what I call that. She's for the streets. That's what that is. So you gotta be careful around those. Be on the lookout. Cause once the fun runs out, you're not gonna be able to settle down with a man unless he's a simp. And you know what a simp is? Guy that pretty much does anything you say. You settle in with him. He knows that he's not the catch, but in desperate needs to keep you around. So, ladies, if you want to keep jumping from bed to bed and having fun, and you realize that time flew by and you need to settle down with a guy that come home to every night, realize that it may just be a simp if you keep doing that the way you're doing. So just be cautious of that, you know. After submitting and being that type of woman and having the family and kid that you want, you realize that you did things the right way. Because, not saying that you should always be willing to submit and be the type of woman that stays at home and look after your kids and stuff like that, but that's pretty much the adulthood of being a parent. And if that's what you want and you feel like that's the dream that you want, then by all means do it and don't be ashamed of it. You're taking care of the household. You're doing what's right. So realize that when you're in a relationship with a guy, I hate to say it, but that guy has the power to marry you. The man has the power to marry you. And if you see red flags, it may not cause you guys to break up, but those red flags can cause you to have a delayed marriage, can cause you not to get married as soon as you want. So understand that when you're in a relationship with a guy and you notice that you're doing anything you want and he's not really complaining too much about it, but may hint it out there, realize that it may not cause you guys to break up, but it may prolong the marriage that you've been waiting for. What do you love about her? What do you love about him? Tell him that. And tell her that. Because oftentimes you find yourself in a relationship and you fail to realize, why is this guy with me? Or why is she with you? So don't be afraid to boost each other up when you guys are in a good relationship, a healthy relationship. Because when you're in a healthy relationship, you're constantly letting each other know why you guys with each other. It's a good thing. It's a plus. Keep it up. Salute each other. You know, when one person does something good, he comes home from work and gets promotion. Maybe it wasn't the biggest you wanted it to be, but it was something small, you know. Don't be afraid to give him a pat on the back, you know. It's the little things that count. It goes a long way. Because at the end of the day, choices still matter. Women know how to wear a mask. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, they know how to keep the look of happiness, even when they may not even be happy. So when I say women can wear a mask, it goes both ways. You know, they can put on the front like they are happy, and they can put on the front like they're actually traumatized and want to escape, but really they down inside, they just want confirmation that you want to be with them. So you got to realize that when they put on this mask, just always be yourself in the attention that you have towards the goal in that relationship. Keep your mind on the right path. Don't detour from other means that you see your homeboy going out clubbing all the time and you want to live that lifestyle again, and you come home and you realize that your girl is just in bed or waiting for you and she's not telling you why she's, feeling some type of way, but you realize she's not as happy as she used to be because you going out all the time and so and such. So just kind of just put that together too when they realize that girls can wear masks just as good as a guy can, and they put on a great front. Okay, so be careful. You tread lightly when you're doing that. Trying to, what is it called? Burn both ends of the candle? Yeah, it's not good. Independent women are some of the strongest women around. When I say independent women, I mean the woman that can just pretty much walk up to a guy and say she wants him. She will level up that way. She's going after what she wants. Those are the type of women that will not settle for less because they have the audacity to go get what they want. And they have to put that same type of audacity into perspective of life. Go chase after your dreams. Go to school if you want to go to school, and, go after that job that you want so you can live the life that you want. It's not always going to be glitz and glamour like you see on television. So just keep that in mind. Women who are independent, they go get what they want and they don't really settle. So if you with one, make sure you keep them happy, because you guys can go a long way. Most men that do that, what they women just did, they just normally want, I hate to say it, sex. Men that approach women 9 times out of 10, they like what they see. They're attracted to what they see. Their eyes, they get their eye candy. They see, oh, she has the looks, she has the butt, she has the tits. They go and shoot their shot, and hopefully they make it. That's what's in the back of their head. But it's sad but true. But most men gonna say that they're just interested in their minds. That's a lie. They're interested in what they see. Then they want to see what your mind is about. So I hate to say it, fellas. I'm not throwing salt on anybody's game, but we do. It's what we do. It's who we are. We like what we see. We want to go get it. We like that fatal attraction. Just like one of your thing. You see a car, you like the car for how it looks before you even test drive it. So I'm not comparing a woman to a car or anything like that, but at the end of the day, if that thing look good to you, you willing to put in some extra work to get it running the way you want if it doesn't run the same way you thought it was gonna run. Am I right? Okay. If you never thought about leveling up the girl that you are with at the moment, then you still just playing the field. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you realize that you haven't thought about how can you make this person become the better them, then you're still just playing the field. You're not thinking about being in a long-term relationship. Because I'm with my girl and I'm constantly thinking about how can I make us better? How can we become this elite couple? How can I make myself better? How can I level her up? It's plenty of ways to be successful in a relationship, and you don't want to just be the same couple that you were when you first met. It's like going backwards. You always want to see yourself growing. You see yourself in the smaller apartment that you was in. Now you guys are in a condo. You guys had 1 car when you first started. Now you guys have 2. You gotta just try to level each other up, whether it be those materialistic ways or mentally or however. It's always ways to level up. Don't just stay stagnant in the same predicament that you both were in. Boost each other up, give each other compliments, try to figure out the weaknesses that you may have and try to crush those weaknesses and become better. Life is all about growing, and we both want to grow. We both want to grow, so just keep doing that and keep that in mind. It's easy to get out of a relationship but not a marriage. Once you put that ring on that girl and she says yes, understand that you guys are going to be together forever. There is no turning back. But it's a good thing, it's also a bad thing, because if it's toxic and you guys are in there for the long run, so I would suggest you guys make sure you guys are together for the right reasons, and don't rush it. It's plenty of time out there, but also make sure it's done for the right reason, because like I said, it's easy to get out of a relationship, and even harder to get out of a marriage. And we try not to break marriages up. We kind of just want to stay through that to the death. So understand that when you get married, you're in there for the long haul, and you're not just doing it because you just think she's hot. You like her for who she is. You like her mentality, the way she carry herself. You like her family likes yours. There's plenty of other reasons to not be married, but marriage is the goal once you're in a relationship. Why do people put themselves in toxic relationships? I have no idea. You guys are always bickering and going back at each other's throat, trying to cut each other's heads off and hurt each other's feelings on purpose to win the argument. It's not healthy. When you guys are arguing and you guys find yourself at each other's neck, it's not healthy, and you shouldn't be trying to win everything. You should be trying to figure out what the truth is and figure out the solution to it. It's not about, I get the most wins under the belt. I won this argument, yay me. It's not about who get the most wins and losses. It's about who's really right, who's really wrong. So trying to figure out at the median, and just stay away from that toxicness, because that toxic is bad. And once you guys are in it and swimming in that toxicness, it's just gonna touch you guys both down. You guys may end up not even being together. So just try to figure out if the relationship is toxic or not, and exit it if it's not working at all. If you guys catch yourself constantly arguing, constantly not figuring out the median, and constantly trying to go at each other's head, then you guys probably not the best couple for each other. You gotta realize also that yes, you have a long life to live, but your beauty don't live that long. So if you want to keep jumping from bed to bed and being a thought, because you look good and you can have any man, you can bag any man you want, by all means do it. But if you're gonna do it for the wrong reason and try to use your looks to get whatever you want, understand that look gonna eventually fade away. It's not gonna be there when you're 60, 70 years old. You think you're gonna look the same when you was 20? No, it's gonna eventually run away. You're gonna be stuck with nobody because you thought you was a player. And it's sad but true. Truth hurts. You know what hurts even worse? Being lonely. So that's what I'm trying to let you guys see. Don't judge a person by their father's action or inaction. If you think a girl has daddy problems or daddy issues, you don't want to judge them based off what their father didn't do or their father did do. You want to judge them because of who they are. Because a lot of times, these girls that have daddy issues, they not really content with their life. They wish they had that father figure who was, always there. They wanted to be a daddy's girl, and they feel like once they got a man that they can actually look up to, they feel like that they finally found their dad. So don't always judge a girl by their father's actions or inactions. Judge that person for who they are. And that female shouldn't always seek a father figure, even if she has one. She should be content with who she has in her life as a father, and understand that he's not perfect, but at least he's in the picture. And if he's not in the picture, then, understand that your mother was your father and your mother, and that she can be the person that you can go to. And even though she's not the father figure that you may have wanted, you know, that guy shouldn't be held accountable to be that father figure, but he should be that relationship husband type figure. And then you'll see how that can help cure that void that you may have feel like you're missing. You know, just letting you guys know, sitting here on this red couch, I've been thinking about a lot of things. I just want to let, you know, the world know what's on my mind and how I can help. I'm Master Paul. Signing out from the red couch.
That boy Evil got the sauce.
Andale, bills gotta get paid. What you think I want my feet? Fucking J's, yeah. What you spent, nigga? Riding in the snow, getting more, yeah. What the fuck you mean? Me and my fucking team, all me, nigga. Grilled up, goes in my mouth, I want them slug. Bad bitches checking